Last weekend, a Liberty Today camera was at the Black Hills Stock Show in Rapid City, where Congresswoman Kristi Noem met with a group of ranchers and stockmen to update them on issues of importance to us all. Before her presentation, I asked Kristi about the challenges facing the South Dakota Congresswoman and the Republicans this session.
You know, the next 3 months, we've got more consequential votes coming through Congress than they've probably voted on in 50 years. So we've got a lot of opportunities to really reform the way that our government works, and we're going to have to take advantage of those. We've got a president who has been very specific on the fact that he wants to raise taxes more. He's been very specific that he wants to spend more money. Since I disagree with that, we're going to have to figure out a way to reduce our spending and reform the way that we do our budgets and the way our government operates, and find a way to do that in a divided government. It's going to be very difficult, which is going to make it very contentious the next few months, and why we've really got some challenges in front of us. Well, the big opportunities that we have in front of us is the debt ceiling conversation in May 18th, and that's going to come after we have our conversation on the CR, which funds the government. That really is going to be key on do we fund our government with the way that it has been spending money out of the hardworking taxpayer pockets today. And then also we have sequestration cuts, which are coming, which was a result of votes that we took last year. $1.2 trillion worth of cuts will be going into place March 1st. And it's going to be hitting our Defense Department very hard. But a lot of us really think that we do need to have those reductions in spending. So if it's not going to be to defense, then we need to replace those with other areas. And the only way to do that is by addressing the big parts of our budget. The entitlement programs really are driving our debt, and we've got to have reforms. Problem is, how do you reform those programs unless you get a bill through the House, through the Senate, and the President signs a bill? And so far, the President hasn't been willing to work with us on that.
During the question and answer session, I asked Kristi Noem to share her position on the upcoming assault on our Second Amendment rights.
Well, I'm certainly a strong Second Amendment supporter. I mean, I certainly am a big hunter. It's part of my life. I certainly will continue to defend that. I don't believe that we need any new laws in this country. I think we can enforce the ones that we have, but we need to have a conversation on why these situations happen. And a lot of times there's other areas that we're neglecting. But to ask if there needs to be a change in gun laws, at this point in time, I don't believe that that is the correct conversation we have having. That we've got a lot of things going on in Washington, D.C., and a lot of proposals that are coming forward, but there are mental health issues that we need to talk about and how we help people that really have a need there. We also need to continue to look at our culture of violence that we have facilitated in this country. And look at that and recognize that that has an impact on what we're seeing come forward.